Hello everyone. Today I am explaining about design of machine elements from mechanical engineering. The topic is belt drives. These are my few objectives of my class. Types of drives, advantages of belt drives, different drives, length of the belt drives. So this is an example of belt drives. Belt drives is the transmission of power from one shaft to other shaft. That means the transmission is taking place at a far away distance. There are many drives available but the transmission is taking place for the far objects. We go with belt drives. Many examples for the belt drives. You can see in conveyors. The transmission of the product has to go from one place to other place. They use these belt drives. See, these are the drives commonly used, like belt drives, chain drives, rope drives, and the gear drives. Today's topic is the belt drives. Later I will explain the chain drives. Belt drive. The transmission of a power between two shafts by the belt is called the belt drive. That means the connection of the belt used to power is to be transmitted from one shaft to other shaft located at the longer distance. We go for this belt drives. For the transmission of power, driven shaft to the driven shaft, a pulley key to these shafts. Gear drives is also preferable when the velocity of the shafts must be constant and there is limited distance. It should be fixable so that velocity ratio will be more. Selection of drives. These are the main scenarios to be selected for the drives. For a longer centered distance, we use this centered distance drives called as belt drives or chain drives. Chain drives are used in almost every bikes, two-wheeler, three-wheelers. Similarly, when the velocity ratio should be constant, throughout the process, throughout the drives, we go for the gear drives. Belt drives is not suitable for that. And maintenance. Gear drives has to be maintained by the lubrication, by the wearing, as occasional adjustment is required for the belt drives. These are the selection of the types of drives will be used. Few examples and advantages of these drives. It is quite efficient. That means suitable. Provide tolerate shocks and excessive load can be weighed by these belt drives. And ability to cope with overload of slipping. That means it can be load high amount of drives. In an example, the crushers used in iron ores have to transfer ores from one place to other place. There we use these belt drives. The load of the weight of the ores are heavy. Though it is a heavy load, it can be transferred easily. It is possible only without belt drives. And ability to cope with an overload of slipping. That means overload can be also slipping. And minimum maintenance is required. Suitable for longer distance. This is the best example of longer distance is possible only of belt drives. Now, materials required. belt materials are leather, fabric, rubber and bullet. Generally we go with belt drives in leather. These are the leather belt drives. And types of belt drives. Few types of belt drives are flat belt drives and V belt drives. This is a flat belt drive example. Similarly, V belt drives, which is are grooved, placed in the grooved pattern. And third one is rope belt drives. Now, these are the belt joints. How can we joint? Cementoid joint, lacet joint and hinged joint. The combination of joints, the belt can be fixed tightly. Flat belt drives. Though it is a belt drives, there are different types of flat belt drives. One among them is open flat belt drives. That means that is connected between two shafts, that is in parallel shafts, which is driver and which is driven. Driver is a shaft of power, driven which is rotated by this power motor. Open belt drives. This is the example of open belt drive, connection between two parallel shafts rotating in same direction. This figure shows crossed belt drives. That means the shafts are connected parallel, but the rotation in opposite directions. And this one is quarter turn drives, which are connected at the right angle. The shafts are connected in right angle and the transmission is taking place in the right. Driver driven. Velocity ratio. So for every driven shafts, it should be some speed. That speed should be calculated by velocity ratio, so that power transmission can be found easily. So in these velocity ratios, we consider speed as n, diameter of the shaft is d. It is saying that the ratio of driven speed to the driver speed. Driven means output, driver means input. What we are getting, output and input. Simple. Next, velocity ratios along with thicknesses. If we consider the thickness of the belt, we go with the addition of thickness. Same formula, additional of thickness. Next is, sometimes when the belt is continuously rotating, there is a chance of slipping. To know the slipping percentage also, we use this formula along with 1 minus S by 100. The relative motion between belt and pulley, which is measured by slipping belts. Slip, S1 is a slip percentage of driver, similarly slip percentage of driven. See, this is the example of compound belt drives. The power is transmitted from driver pulley to the driven pulley through the intermediate pulleys. That means have to shafts a transmission power is to be taking place far away from the distance. There is another drive called compound drive, which is helpful to maintain constant speed at the longer distance also. Like means driver is in one place and driver in another place. So these intermediate shafts will help. Likewise, this is N1. The driver is N1 and driven is N4. How? This is N2 and this is N3. The power has to be transmitted from 1 to 4, that is N1 to N4. These are the helping shafts or helping drives. The formula is velocity ratio N4 by N1, N4 by N3. Why? N4 is taking help of N3. Similarly, N2 is rotated with N1. it is called N2 is equals to N3. Same speed, same shafts. So these are negligible. Finally, we'll get N4 by N1. Final output by input. And along with the diameter of driven shafts and diameter of driver shafts. Diameter of the drivers of first and second pair respectively 1 and 3. Diameter of the driven first and second pair respectively. Simply, velocity ratio of speed of the driven shafts, speed of the driver shafts is equals to product of diameter of the shafts, products of the diameter of the driven shafts. So let me explain one problem. A shaft is running at 120 rpm with a pulley of 400 mm diameter, which drives a dynamo of 1000 rpm by the means of belt 10 mm thickness. Allowing thickness of belt of slip determine diameter of the pulley. Is asking, there is a two speeds. There is a two speeds. Driver driven. Driver RPM is 400 mm. Diameter of the RPM. Similarly, they need to find out driven pulley. Now, N is equals to N1 is equals to 120 rpm. D1 is equals to 400 mm. Similarly, N2 1000 mm, 1000 rpm along with belt thickness. This is the formula we use for this. D1, N1, N2, T1, S1 slip. Substituting that formula, N2 by N1, that means 1000 by 120, D1 plus D2, finding D2, will get 36.74 is the diameter of the driven shaft. I hope you understand. Thank you for the session.